All right, this part two. So the woman sits on the beast. She tames the beast. She tames this. The phallus. She tames the phallus. That's why you got a whole lot of phalluses sticking up around Egypt. And a woman represents Egypt, is the land, the holy. Every place you go to, land mass is named after is basically the woman. So you probably hear that a lot in wars, in like war movies. They'd be like, protect Mother Russia, for Mother Russia. And they be running. Then the British say for the Queen, and America say for the motherland. Do they say that? I think Russia say for the motherland, and America be like, for Lady. Oh yeah, for Lady Liberty. But even Lady Liberty, she holds the cup. Same thing, but it's and fire be on top of it. So she tamed the beast. She holding the beast, and she got the cup, and she got the fire flaming, which is her mind. Your pineal gland. The woman, the Babylon, the scarlet woman. The scarlet woman with the drink in her hand on top of the beast, and so, or she holding the beast. So she claimed the beast, and she got the cup with the fire because she been enlightened, inflamed. And that's the one, and she got on garments. But of course, she's all green. The Statue of Liberty is green. But if it was actually colored, I'm pretty sure, she'll be a scarlet woman, or probably be red. Same thing. Because the red is the root chakra going up to this violet, to enlightenment, to understanding. Because red represents wisdom. So that's what Statue of Liberty is, Lady Liberty. So everyone names their country after a woman, fighting for the woman, doing battle for the woman. And then you got your phallus sticking up from the ground. Like in Washington, we got phallus sticking up, and different places around the world, they got different things that are shaped like phallus sticking up from the ground. Because Earth represents the woman, and the phallus sticks up inside the woman, or like the clitoris. That basically is the phallus coming up. So the beast is being claimed from the woman. Now, and then on top of. And then, if you look from the very top of the Statue of Liberty, you got the 11. I think it's like 11 star. It's the star. You got a 11 pointed star, I believe. I didn't break that down, so I know the 7 pointed star is Isis. Or Sirius, Sirius star A. I'm not sure, but I have to look into that. But that does mean something significant. I'd have to bring that up. I have to look into that a little bit later. And of course, Lemuria and Atlantis. It's the same thing, basically representing the male, the spiritual, the male side, the logical side, the female, the spiritual side. Aspect of the mind, logic, and spirit, the Dragonlands, because it's the serpent. That was the root of the cradle of life or the Garden of Eden, where wisdom first started from. When the space explorers came down here, what you want to call Anunnaki, whatnot, whatever, they came down here, and made human the flesh as an experiment and all that stuff. So that's where that comes from. All right, so then here's something else from this book. The serpents, the return of the serpents of wisdom. You get another form of submission. All this stuff is talking about submission because we're submitting to you're submitting to each other so you can yield and accept a new gift, which is the energy you exchange. All right, but on a physical level, the woman is the hidden light behind the man because the man wants to be seen because he gives out the energy, but the woman takes it in. So she has to be a hidden light because she takes in the energy. The moon takes in the sun. How they explained it. The moon takes in the sun, light, energy. The man is the sun. The woman is the moon. The woman takes the man energy. So it all, but she lets him lead. So they're both exchanging. I'll lead. I'll give you my energy if you let me lead. And then he can do whatever he wants. And then, of course, she influenced him. And he's all happy go lucky. All right. This book talks about how the book goes over a lot of stuff. I got this book recommended from Bobby Hemming while I was looking at one of his videos. But the birth, yeah, nothing to say. But yeah, the Dragon Lands are, of course, the lands of the immortal serpents. These are the first. These were space explorers that came down here. Like in Enoch, it spoke about these beings coming down and then teaching women, and they came and same deal actually, because spiritual lovers basically, or angels coming down, and these spirits, these had sexual relations. Now people be like, hey, how spirits can have sexual relations with you. All you have to do is create a human flesh model, aka cloning, because we do that right now. We clone and then we cast the spirit inside of the body. Spirits can then walk around and then in the physical form inside of a body of a clone. There's a lot of clones that are out here walking around. So, and then they can function just like a normal human. They can still impregnate a woman. I believe clones can do that. But I do know that they are out there. They've been cloning people for a good while. That's old. So, but anyway, Lemuria, I think I touched bases on everything really about the submission, what it really is about. Just basically, it's the spiritual thing. But if you want to cover your head up in there, all that stuff, and make yourself look lowly, you can. But remember, you and your man are both gods together. You're equal. Eve did not come down as a person, let's just say, to be led behind. She was right next to him. Now, of course, everything is going to get blamed on a woman because, hey, she represents the wisdom also. Above the Kabbalah tree, you have nothing but the feminine. You have the nothingness. That's the womb. That's why you need to meditate in the nothingness, in the dark room. That's meditation in the mother's womb, in the darkness, because the child is born in the darkness of the mother's womb. So, of course, everything is blamed on a woman because everything is a woman. Even man is a woman. So everything is a woman. That's why everything is blamed on a woman. But, like I said, all this is balance. So submission is nothing but balancing of the two different energies working together. Submitting basically is yielding, stopping, knowing that, okay, we are both God, so we can't, so let's yield and let's accept that and let's see what we can create within each other, or within or without, or around each other and within, because, and not talking about sexually, just within the mind. Let's see what we can create different within the mind. Let's construct some different ideas. The reason why I want to be with you is because you got these ideas that I'm looking for, and I want to learn something new about myself. So that's why people will be like, "Oh, she's the one," or "He's the one." All right. So this all what submission really deeply truly is. All right. So I think that's it. It's part 2 of my part 1. If you didn't catch part 1, I will link that below. Or it's not going to be hard to find anyway. I got a couple of videos, so you'll find it pretty easy. All right. And this is also my other book, Secret Places of the Lion. And I got a lot of all this. It talks about the same thing about the Merkaba. The Merkaba, is the light ship, the mother ship, spiritual ship of lights. And then the flesh, reconnecting to the light. The light represents the feminine aspect, and then the male represents the flesh, the human body, combining together as one, yielding and accepting the energy that one brings to each other. So the same thing you do with, let's say, a spiritual lover. When you have a spiritual lover come upon you, you're accepting, and then you're yielding, then you're accepting. So you both can exchange as form of energy on the spiritual level. So I know people say succumbs don't give you nothing back. Like, yes, they do. They can. If it's something else, if it's a spirit that is, you're supposed to be able to discern that. If it's something that's hunting you, that's something different. Something different. It's not succubus or anything. If something is hunting you at night, that's something different. It's taking energy from you, and that you got to deal with that. You got to deal with that. But yeah, that's my lesson. Hope y'all love it. And share it. Like, share, and subscribe. And right, so Akashi Ra, word of love. Oh, I love that image. It's a moon with sparkly lights going around the circle. So, all right, peace and love. All right, talk to y'all later.